Let's begin this noon with a reaction from both city and state leaders after President Trump threatened to defund several major cities, including New York City. The president says he'll pull billions of dollars over what he calls, quote, lawless behavior. CBS 2's Jessica Moore reports.
In a rare moment of agreement, Mayor de Blasio joined Governor Cuomo in condemning President Trump's latest threat against New York City.
The President of the United States, a New Yorker by birth, threatening to take away federal funding from this city while we're still in the grips of this crisis. It just makes no sense.
In a memo Wednesday, the president ordered federal officials to find ways of cutting the purse strings of Democratic-controlled cities: New York, Washington, D.C., Seattle, and Portland. The memo read, quote, "My administration will not allow federal tax dollars to fund cities that allow themselves to deteriorate into lawless zones." The memo detailed the rise in crime in New York City, blasting the mayor's recent agreement to cut $1 billion in funding to the NYPD.
Your words don't carry much weight on this topic because the Supreme Court has spoken. The President of the United States can't interfere with federal funding for cities and states just because he feels like it. We have laws in this country. So if you persist in trying to deny the funding that's keeping New York City going in the middle of this crisis, we will see you in court, and once again, we will beat you in court.
Governor Cuomo called President Trump a joke who wants to kill New York City, adding he's no longer welcome here.
He can't come back to New York. He can't. He's going to walk down the street in New York. Forget bodyguards. He better have an army if he thinks he's going to walk down the street in New York.
Many wonder if the unprecedented move is even legal, since state funds are appropriated by Congress and not the president. Cuomo calls the move a political stunt, but hasn't said whether New York plans to sue the administration if it tries to move forward with funding cuts. In Manhattan, Jessica Moore, CBS 2 News.
The mayors of the 4 targeted cities released a statement today saying our cities and the millions of Americans who we represent are not President Trump's political pawns.